Hi friends, it's Miss Deacon and it's time for writing again. I'm so happy to see your face and that you're here and you're ready to learn. So yesterday, if you remember, you thought of your own ideas, you brainstormed for your how-to writing. And I know a lot of you came up with really great ideas about what to write about. Now, if you're watching this video and you haven't done that yet, you need to go back to yesterday's video, Wednesday's video, and rewatch that to make sure that you're on the same page as me and that you're ready to move on to the next step, okay? So if you haven't watched yesterday's video yet, pause me and head back there and get caught up with where we're at, okay? All right, everybody else, we're ready to go. So today we're going to be doing how-to writing again. We're continuing our project, but we're going from our graphic organizer to our writing paper. Now we're not writing on paper because, I mean, you're welcome to if you want to, but it's easier for me to see and for Miss Deschalais, Miss Hartzell, Miss B to see if you're working on the computer. We can see it faster. We can see it as you do it. So we're going to write using our computers. So yesterday you started working in a document that looks like this on Google Drive. You see this right side of the screen right here, friends? So this is what you worked on yesterday, okay? You thought of an idea, you thought of two ideas, and you wrote down the steps, right? And then you chose an idea. Then you came to this one that said, do not pass this point. Well, today we're going to go past that point, okay? So your job is going to be to turn your ideas into a real piece of how-to writing, like almost like a book, but it's on the computer. It's going to be so special. So here we go, friends. All you need today for materials is the computer that you're working with, and you need to have a positive attitude about writing. You have to be ready to try your best, okay? If you want to write a draft on a piece of paper with a pencil, that's totally fine, but I'm going to just ask that you type it into the computer when you're done, okay? Thanks so much. Here's our learning target. I can write high-quality sentences based on my graphic organizer. Okay, so 2 weeks ago, not last week, we talked about high quality sentences, right? We learned about things like capitalization and punctuation. We talked about using adjectives, nouns, and verbs to make our sentences even better. We talked about making sure we're writing in complete sentences. Now, I noticed when I was looking at your work that some friends are still forgetting to put a period at the end of their sentences and a capital letter at the beginning. Now, we are working on the computer, so this is new to us, right? We don't usually type on the computer unless we're talking about practicing our typing skills, but we normally just write our writing right on the paper. But now that we're using our computers for the next little while, however long it's going to be, we have to make sure that we are capitalizing the first word in our sentence and putting a period or an exclamation point or a question mark at the end of every sentence, okay? So your target again is that you can write high quality sentences based on your graphic organizer that you did yesterday. Now I'm gonna figure out a way, I'm gonna probably leave you a link so that you can get back to the same document you used yesterday. Now, if for some reason what I'm asking you to do is confusing, go back to yesterday's assignment on Google Classroom and you should be able to click right into your file with your graphic organizer in it, okay? If you have any questions about this, pause and type me a message or ask your family member to give me a call because I know this is tricky. We've never had to access old files like this. We've never had to type our writing. So if you're having a problem, please reach out and I'd love to help you, okay? It's new for all of us and it's okay for it to be a little bit difficult or weird. Okay, so let's get started, friends. Yesterday, you finished filling in your two ideas and you wrote all the steps. Now, I hope you chose one. If you didn't choose one yet, choose it now. And then it should look something like this. So I filled in the one about drawing a house, just like you did the other day. This is what I would have said. I would have said step 1 is to draw a large square as the main part of the house. Step 2 is to draw a medium-sized triangle on top of the large square that you already drew and make sure they touch. Step 3 is to draw a small rectangle at the bottom of the square for the door. And then step 4 is to draw 2 squares that will be your windows. And step 5 is add a lot of details to your house. So I filled that in the way that I would. I'm sure you filled it in similarly and I can't wait to see what you did. So our next job, friends, is going to be to take these steps and to put them into our writing book that's on Google Slides. So when you go back to your Google Drive, you're going to see this part of your presentation, right, of your book. We'll call it your book, okay? So you're going to go past this slide and it's going to have a how-to cover page. So here you're going to type whatever your idea is. Mine is to draw a house. Let me make those words a little bigger so you can see them. So now it says how to draw a house, and it's by Miss Deacon. Okay, we're gonna work on putting pictures in our writing, but we're not gonna do that right now. Right now, I just wanna focus on the words and the sentences that we're going to do. So you're gonna continue on in your presentation. You're gonna pass this introduction slide, friends. We're gonna come back to this in tomorrow. We'll come back to it tomorrow probably. So we're gonna pass this and we're gonna go on to the first page that says step whatever. So you're gonna type in the number, oh my goodness, the number of the step that you're doing. So this is going to be my first step. I need to make that way bigger. I cannot see that. Can you? My goodness. Okay, I'm gonna just try again. We're going to move my face down here, friends. All right, so I'm gonna write step 1 right here, and I'm just gonna put that there so I can keep track of what I'm writing. Now, I'm putting my screen side by side so I can see this one, and I can see this one. This is hard, friends, sorry. Okay, so I'm looking at step 1 over here. You see step 1? I wrote, draw a large square as the main part of the house. Now I'm gonna type that into my box here. I'm gonna skip the picture part and I'm gonna write, draw a large square as the main part of the house. But I need to add more details to that, friends. This was just my graphic organizer, so I'm gonna add some more details. I'm gonna say, draw a large square as the main part of the house. And then I'm gonna say, this will be the most important part, so make sure it is big enough. Okay, that's my detail. So this is going to be the main part, right, where all the people live, so it has to be big. If I draw a little square, it's going to be confusing and I'm going to have trouble with the other parts of my house. So then I'm going to continue on to step 2. I'm going to go here, and where it says type number here, I know that's really small, but it'll be bigger on your screen. Where it says type number here, I'm going to put the number 2 because this is my second step. So now I'm going to look at step 2. I wrote, draw a medium-sized triangle on top of the large square that you already drew and make sure they touch. Now this one, friends, I wrote a lot of details there. So I'm going to just copy that. I'm going to say, draw a medium-sized triangle as the, on top of the large square that you already drew. Make sure that your triangle touches the top of your square. So what I did there, friends, is I just changed my words a little bit to make sure that it was clear to the person who's reading my writing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through and I'm going to do step 3, step 4, and step 5. I'm going to change these sentences to add more detail. So let's look at step number 3, okay? So we're going to erase that and we're going to write 3. We're going to make it nice and big so everybody can see it. Okay. For number 3, I just wrote, draw a small rectangle at the bottom of the square. That's a little bit confusing. Why does the person need to draw a rectangle at the bottom of the square? In my head, I know that that rectangle is going to become the door, but somebody reading this, they wouldn't know that. So I'm going to type that and I'm going to add more details. Draw a small rectangle at the bottom of your square. This, oh, I spelled square wrong. Look how I'm going back and fixing it. Make sure you're doing that. This rectangle is going to be your door. Make sure that it does not take up more than half of your house, of your square. If I draw a house and I draw the door go all the way up to the roof, is that realistic? No, because a door usually is only the first floor of a house, right? So I have to add these details to tell the person who's reading this exactly what they need to do to draw a house. Remember, you're writing this for somebody who has never done it before, so you have to be really, really clear. Okay, friends, so you're going to continue doing that for step 4 and step 5 of your idea. So your idea isn't probably drawing a house. It's probably something else that you're really good at. And so you're going to take your organizer and you're going to turn it into writing, okay? Now, I want to show you how to add a picture to your presentation, friends. So this is something that you need to do with your parent or your grandma or your babysitter, whatever adult is watching you right now. Ask them to help you with this, because I don't want, and you shouldn't be searching the internet for pictures without adult assistance, because we have to make sure we're being safe and being smart. So families, hi, welcome. Friends, if you don't have an adult with you or somebody who's over the age of 18, a sister or brother, please pause me and go get somebody, okay? Okay, I'll wait. Is everybody here? Families, are we here? Okay, so on Google Slides, it says insert a picture here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna click here, you're gonna take your mouse and go up to insert and press image. Then you're going to press search the web. Now, if I'm talking about a house, drawing a house, I'm gonna say, I need a house drawing. Oh, I need an easy house drawing. I don't need something like that. Okay, so I see many drawings of houses here. Oh, I kind of think this one's fun with this gingerbread man. So I'm going to pick it, and it's gonna come into my screen. So friends, I'm gonna show you that one more time, okay? You're gonna go to insert, image, search the web, an easy house drawing, and I'm gonna take this one and click on it once. I'm gonna click on it once, okay. And then I'm going to move it to wherever I want. Once I have the picture, I can delete these words, right? Because here's my picture. So find a picture that goes with what you're saying. Another option of what you can do for your pictures, friends, is you can go to insert and you can go to shapes. And then you can make a house or whatever it is that you need to make using the shapes on here, okay? So I can do the rectangle, and then I can do the triangle. So play around with it, friends, and make sure that your main focus is on your words. So don't do any of these pictures until you finish typing your beautiful, beautiful sentences, okay? I'm gonna pop back over here, and I wanna remind you of just a couple of things. So your job is to go back to your graphic organizer that we did yesterday and to turn those sentences into even better sentences and add more information to your book that tells the reader how to do whatever your idea is, okay? Now, when we're talking about high quality sentences, you need to remember everything we talked about. If you forgot, I want you to go back onto your Google Classroom and look at those lessons. We talked about spicy sentences that are interesting to read, and we talked about adjectives, and we talked about capitalization. So when I read your writing, I want to be able to tell that you went back and looked at all of those things, okay? Now, I'm going to stop here and I'm going to let you work. I hope that this video is a little shorter and that you have time to focus on your writing. If you need any help, reach out to me. I'd love to help you, okay, friends? So good luck with this, and I will see you tomorrow, okay? Have a great rest of your day, friends. Bye.